Hello, friends. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at adjectives. So adjectives are words that describe or modify, which means change, a noun. That's their job. The only job of an adjective is to describe a noun. And you can see up at the top here, the abbreviation for adjective is ADJ. So some common adjectives in English are good, new, first, last, long, great, little, old, big, high. These are words we use every single day when we're talking and describing nouns. However, there are some other adjectives that have common suffixes, and the suffix is the part that goes on the end of the word. So, for example, full is a common suffix in adjectives like beautiful, careful, harmful. The opposite of full is less. So we can say tasteless, careless, or harmless. Able or able. So capable, possible, drinkable. AL or all. So logical, optional, critical. OUS like dangerous or tremendous. And ick like heroic, terrific, and rustic. So all of these words here are adjectives in English. And these are common adjective suffixes in English. These aren't the only ones, but these are very common ones. So if you see a word ending in one of these suffixes, it's almost always an adjective. In a sentence, an adjective can basically go in three places. It can either go before the noun it's describing, like I drink black coffee. So here, black is an adjective, and it's describing the coffee. It can go after a linking verb. So we see the word here, delicious. This is an adjective. And the word is a linking verb, and we'll talk about those in a minute. So coffee is delicious. Delicious is describing the coffee, but it's describing it through this linking verb. That's why we call it a linking verb, because the verb here is just connecting the noun and the adjective together. Many languages don't even use these verbs. Or an adjective can go after an indefinite pronoun. And we'll get some examples of that in a minute. But here we can see coffee is something wonderful. So wonderful is my adjective, and it is describing this indefinite pronoun something. So these are the three places that adjectives can go in a sentence, either before the noun they're describing, after a linking verb, or after an indefinite pronoun. So adjectives before nouns. I can say hot coffee is the best. Or if you have a happy wife, you have a happy life. Or long winters are not enjoyable. So here, hot is my adjective, which is describing coffee. Happy is describing the wife. Happy is also describing the life. And long is describing the winter. So when we put adjectives after linking verbs, here are the common linking verbs in English. We have the be verbs, which are am, is, are, was, were, be, being, or been. So these are all forms of the be verb. Become or get, seem, appear, or look. And I put these together because they have more or less the same meaning. Sound, smell, taste, and feel. These verbs here, like get, seem, appear, look, sound, smell, taste, feel, sometimes these can be linking verbs, sometimes they are not. So you have to look at the sentence and the meaning of the sentence. So for example, I can say the sun is bright. Bright is an adjective. And what is it describing? It's describing the sun. And it's describing the sun through this linking verb is. And is the be verb. Or I'm feeling happy today. So happy is my adjective. And it's describing me. Here, I'm feeling, there's my verb. I can say I feel happy today, or I'm feeling happy today. So here, feeling is a linking verb. Or that coffee smells wonderful. So wonderful is my adjective, and it's describing the coffee through this linking verb smells. It's describing how the coffee smells. Or I get tired if I don't have any coffee. So here tired is my adjective, and it's describing me through the linking verb get. So in each of these sentences, the verb is acting as a linking verb, linking the adjective after the verb with the subject before the verb to describe the subject. All of these sentences are descriptive sentences. They're describing the subject somehow. So adjectives can also go after indefinite pronouns, and here are the indefinite pronouns. Anyone or anybody, someone or somebody, everyone or everybody, no one or nobody, anything, something, everything, or nothing. So if you have one of these words in a sentence and you want to describe it with an adjective, then the adjective will come after this word. For example, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Nice is the adjective, and it's describing anything, which is an indefinite pronoun. Or I met someone special. Special is an adjective, and it is describing someone, which is the indefinite pronoun. A couple kinds of pronoun or adjectives that get easily confused are the ed adjectives or the ing ones. So we've got these pairs of adjectives that the only difference between them is whether it ends in ed or ing. And it can get confusing which one is which when you're describing things. So for example, I can say, this movie is boring. Are you really bored? I think it is interesting. You would be interested in anything. So here we've got boring with the ing, bored with the ed, interesting with the ing, and interested with the ed. So what's the difference between boring and bored, or interesting and interested? Basically, the ing form is the one doing the action, and the ed form is the one feeling the action. So if I say work is tiring, that means that work makes me feel tired. So work is doing it. Work is doing the tiring. If I say I'm tired, that means I feel tired because of work. So I'm feeling it. I'm the one feeling it, so I use the ed ending. Work is the one doing it, so I use the ing ending. So if I look back here, this movie is boring. This means that this movie is making me feel bored, right? So the movie is doing the boring. Are you really bored? So you is the one that's feeling it. So are you feeling this? Are you feeling the boredom? I think it is interesting. So it is talking about the movie. So the movie is interesting, which means the movie is making me feel interested. So the movie is doing it. I'm feeling it. You would be interested in anything. So to be interested, you are feeling interested. So you're feeling it. So the ing is the one who's doing the action, and the ed is the one who's feeling the action. All right. So that's it for adjectives. This is just a brief introduction. Now go out and practice.